Whoa, 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 whoa.
The answer.
Almighty, creator of His blood inside me. We know that it works. Almighty, creator of His blood inside me. We know that it works. Who shall we fear? We got omnipotent Almighty Father, the Father of Abraham, the Father of Isaac and Jacob, the Almighty. Why would we play with? He sent His Son for the nation. The covenant back in our faces. Y'all, He with us, don't care what we facing. Where else we gon' go? We gon' trust in His word. Stay on that narrow, don't trust in no turns. Eyes to the east, everybody gon' learn. Your sins are they all by the burn. Passover coming, got the blood on me. Unforgiveness, let it go, I got the love on me. I didn't leave, I got the peace, I got the dove on me. See the kingdom of Yah, I got above on me. Almighty, creator of His blood inside me. We know that it works. Scattered for many years, now we back. Mind been renewed from this world with attack. The judgment is coming by His will, that's a slap. The wilderness is coming by His hand, that's a fact. The ark of the covenant, all but willing, that's a spot. Where He gon' get us? It was prophesied in the land you was sold by His blood. You gon' rise, you gon' rise. Babylon falling, it all gon' go wrong. Keep them commandments, we tryna go home. Before you serve me, go serve Him on that throne. Walk as He walk, I'ma walk, I'm a clone. Where He gon' get us? Keep commandments, He gon' fight for us. Hamashiach, He the light for us. Ram home, blow the right noise. Almighty, creator of His blood inside me. We know that it works. Almighty, creator of His blood inside me. We know that it works. Almighty, creator of His blood inside me. We know that it works.
Welcome to the Hebrew state of being. I am your humble servant and host for this evening. I am Kyle. In the building, I got my youngin', my Bella song. I got Logan in the building, the wifey. My butter pecan is out working, so she's gonna hear it remotely, but we are in the building tonight, man. We have got a extremely good lesson, a humbling lesson. I pray that all that hear it understands that it is coming out of love, and it is truth, whether we like it or not, whether the doctrine we have been taught has taught us this or not. These are the words of the Most High, and these are the present times. So I have on the screen the shofar, which we'll be blasting before we go into a scripture. But tonight, the lesson is the persecution of the saints, dash his holy ones. Many times, our doctrines have been taken over. Our understanding, our Torah, who we are, has been appropriated, and the terms that we use have been appropriated. So the word saints, it's something that has been appropriated, and in the Christian doctrine, they have made many men saints in their eyes that have pushed their doctrine of colonization. See the papal bull, all of the Pope's actions from the 1400s on, that Christianity was these saints were called that because they spread this, what they call gospel, to the four corners. Coincidentally is where the Most High scattered us in the four corners of the Gentile rules. Hence, in this United States and in the doctrine of this United States, the Judeo-Christian doctrine, Christians are Gentiles. So understanding the word saints were not meant for Gentiles, even though the religion or the doctrine has promoted them as saints. I see my brother Yohan's in the building. I see my cousin Michael is in the building, and my rib is joined as well. All praises. So the word saints is appropriated, and I don't want you to misconstrue this lesson today with what you have been taught is a saint, all the way down to the professional football team of this New Orleans being a French territory that took the Florida League and claimed it to be a symbol of saints. The persecution of the saints, because of that appropriation of the word, they believe that the oppression, the persecution, is going to now be translated over to Christians. So in their revelations and their doctrine, they believe that they're going to be the ones that are persecuted for their idol's name and image. When the Most High, Shaddai, Ahaya, I am, the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob, when it spoke of the saints, there was no Christianity, so there was no reference to that. It was in reference to saints such as prophets, as Isaiah, as Hosea, as Jeremiah, as Ezekiel, and Zechariah, and so forth and so on. These would be what the saints were meant for, the people that followed in the prophecies of those prophets that got the word directly from the Most High, not a patron saint of lost things. Understand the abomination of the appropriation is deep. So when we're speaking of what a saint is, it is those that are following the prophets that receive the word directly from the Most High and have followed that word as it is a covenant. And those that follow the covenant, that die for the covenant, that die for the 10 commandments of the covenant, that live for the 10 commandments and the covenant, are the saints. The persecution that is written of that would happen in end times for those saints, not an appropriated doctrine, not a doctrine that was used for money and used to profit a particular group of people. No, but of the ones that understood and accepted their blood as Yasharallah, that accepted their blood and who they are as their creator's children, and the covenant that was made with their creator. So we're going to blow the shofar so that we can understand the persecution of the saints. And as you saw the thumbnail, and you saw the government imposing its will upon people, that's the thumbnail. Because I don't want you guys to believe that, I see my brother Scott's in the building, I don't want you guys to believe that the persecution of the saints, which are the ones that follow the words of the prophet and the Torah and the covenant, I don't want you to believe that that persecution is going to come from those Christians or those Muslims or those Judaism. We must make that clear today, that the Most High has said often, over and over again, that the oppressor is not a religion. That's the delusion. The oppressor would be the government that is anti the Most High, that is anti his laws, covenant. So when you see the thumbnail, and we are saying the persecution of the saints, we are explaining who the saints are before the appropriation of the Abrahamic faiths, and that no, it's not going to be those of Abrahamic faiths. That's just a delusion that the governments that house these people of their different beliefs, that the government, no matter whether they be of Christian, whether they be of Muslim, whether they be of Judaism, that government, that ruling class over us will continue to oppress us. So we should not get caught up and confused in the silly conversations of their doctrines and their holy wars, but to be focused on us as our doctrine and our covenant. And understanding that whoever's over there is going to, if they're not of Yasharallah, they're not of the covenant, they're not of the Most High, then they are against the Most High and against you and will oppress you. And the only way that they have the power to do that is if they are in a government position. Banking and government are one and the same in this Babylon. So we're going to blow the shofar so we can get to the scriptures to prove out what I have just spoken, and we will blow out frankincense and myrrh and get our lesson going. So let's get that done. We're going to stand to the east as we blow the shofar. And as we're standing to the east, we're praying unto the Most High that the words that the Most High has had us put together as this household answers the questions that you've had this week, that you've had personally, and that he's answering for you. And when you accept these words of his scripture to answer your questions, and we pray that you are leveled up immediately at that moment when you allow this to resonate with you, whether that be this year, next week, or right now. All praises stand to the east and blow the shofar. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, man. We in the building. All right, man. So we got a little bit of a heavy one, but we got understanding, right? We got understanding of who the saints are. So as we read these scriptures, man, understanding that the persecution that we are going to be receiving is going to be from the government. We are under this right now as we are dealing with the orange guy and all of his regulations and all of his counterparts that are using him to become kings in their own lands, in their own states, such as governors and whatnot, right? So, we got to say certain things here that, y'all are smart, man. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm here in Louisiana, man. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm in New Orleans, and I'm saying that we talking about the history that this place was once ruled by French people, and there's still French people here that are in control here, and they think they can use Trump to kind of bring back that old style of them having control over the land because they're the land bearers of this place. Some of them even bear the name land in their last name. I'm just saying, y'all smart. I ain't got to tell you too much. So understand that you got all kind of players in this game. You got all kind of people that are in this oppressive game, and they're all using each other in their different angles. That's historic for the Europeans. They have always stuck each other in the back. They have killed their own cousins to get kings and dukes and whatnot. So don't think that they would have any different view of you. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 30. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. We're going to go through 15. Now, this is very important for us to understand that our Creator is not playing with us. And when his word goes forward, it's not a joke. I know in today's time, people act like they don't know what the Creator is. After all, they act like they don't know what a woman is. They can't define what a woman is. That's in many parts of this world. So when I read these words and the Most High makes his declarations, and you see the effects right here in present day, why do you say, no, it can't be true? Why do you say, nah, that's something else? I mean, it may look like that, it's similar to that, but it's not really that. Well, we're going to take a gander at that. We're going to light this frankincense and myrrh so that we got everything in order. These scriptures, right? A lot of people believe in using sage to cleanse their homes. This is the proper way for a Hebrew to cleanse their home throughout their house. You get you a piece of charcoal, like that charcoal. You get your resin, myrrh, which is brown like this. That's your myrrh, all right? Drop that on top of there. Then you get your frankincense. Which was right here. You got your frankincense, a little bit smaller. You see that frankincense resin. You drop that on in there. And then you got yourself a grand old time. Walk through the house with prayers of the Most High. If you want a joyous prayer, you go with Psalms 100. If you have enemies and you want to cleanse your house, Psalms 35 is the best one I love. Psalms 35, cleansing spirits and demons of all sorts, flesh and non-flesh. Yeah, that frankincense. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And it says, the Most High Shaddai, your Creator, will inflict all those curses upon the enemies and foes who persecute you. All right, first and foremost, yeah, my brother Yawan, first and foremost, we are always trying to find who's going to vanquish our foes. We're always trying to find out who can get the enemy away. We're always going to these churches, spiritual leaders, and all this. We're always dealing with adversaries. We never want to just call it what it is. We think it's just problems in our lives, but it's the adversary. The Most High said the devil, the demon, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him, that is the adversary. So you're dealing with this adversarial spirits all the time, people that are persecuting you, and you want victory. Whether it be through racism, whether it be classism, whether it be something on your job, whether it be in your relationship, you want victory. And you ask yourself how to have it. You watch these self-help videos. You watch all these different people mouth off about how they think they can help you defeat your adversaries. But the Most High says he will do that. He will inflict pain and punishment on your adversaries. Not just stop them from beating on you, but he will inflict on them. He said, verse 7, the Most High your Creator shall inflict all those curses upon the enemies and foes who persecute you. Who else is saying that to you? Verse 8, you, however, will again heed. Why does it have to say will again? Because we're not heeding. We had stopped heeding the Most High. This is Moses talking to the 12 tribes after he's gotten them out of Egypt while they were following all the false gods of Egypt. We are following false gods because no one is following the Most High. No man that walked this earth is the Most High. Never that. So it says, you are, however, will again heed the Most High and obey all his commandments that I enjoin upon you on this day. And the Most High, your Creator, will grant you abounding prosperity in all your undertakings, in the issues of your womb, the offspring of your cattle, and the produce of your soil. This is what we pray for every day. These things are what we pray for every day. Every day somebody's having a baby, and we're praying for the health of that child. Every day you're doing undertakings to try and make money, hustles, side hustles, your direct jobs, but yet we don't consort the Most High in it. We consort the criteria of the job and the rules of the land. He says, but the Most High says, I will abound you in prosperity in all of your undertakings, in the issues of your womb, the offspring of your cattle, and the produce of your soil. For the Most High will again delight in your well-being. He did in that of your fathers, since you will be. Let me stop sharing. I see my sisters in the building. Shalom. All praises, sis. Shalom, everyone. So it says, as he did that of your fathers, since you will be heeding the Most High your Creator and keeping his commandments and laws that are recorded in this book. Everybody says, oh man, that's written by man. That's written by man. Here it's saying, yeah, man recorded this. This is not of man saying, but man recorded. Man just took from what the Father said and put it on paper. Nowhere in the Torah, the 5 books of Moses, is it saying give praise to Moses. Nowhere in the 5 books of Moses does it say give reverence and heed Moses. Moses is leading, and when Moses actually tries to exert himself of not the Most High's word, but his word, the Most High punishes him and does not allow him to go over to the land when he strikes the rock. So this 5 books of Moses, at no point does it give a man to be revered as a God. Nowhere. But in the New Testament, you are given that. Whether it be Paul as a demigod, whether it be Jesus, whether it be anything, It is making a man instead of man giving the praise and the honor and the glory and saying it's all done by the Most High. No, it is one man saying you should honor another man, from one beast to the child of the. It says, he did in that of your father, since you will be heeding the Most High, your Creator, and keeping his commandments and his laws that are recorded in this book of the teachings. Once you return to the Most High, your Shaddai, with all your heart and soul, surely the instructions which I enjoin upon you this day is not too baffling for you. I love that part. Not baffling. Let's stop acting like this is too hard to understand. These 10 commandments, the Most High, no reference to Moshe, no reference to man, but only unto the words of the Most High, and man is merely the recorder, a scribe. He is only a vehicle to speak to the rest of the men from the Father. That thought process equals oppression in this land, because this land has indoctrinated in you to trust in man, to trust in government, to trust in their ways. And if you have a problem, talk to them. Put up a bill to them. Put up a proposal to them instead of unto the Most High. I'm really trying to make this very simple. Our petitions are unto him. Here it says, I'm going to go back to 10. Since you will be heeding the Most High, your Creator, and keeping his commandments and laws that are recorded in this book of the teachings, once you return to the Most High, your Creator, with all your heart and soul, surely the instructions which I enjoin upon you this day is not too baffling for you, nor is it beyond reach. It is not in the heavens that you should say, who among us can go up to the heavens and get it for us and impart unto us that we may observe it. It says, who among us can go up to the heavens and get it for us and impart it to us, for we may that we may observe it. Neither is it beyond the sea that you should say, who among us can cross to the other side of the sea and get it for us and impart it to us, that we may observe it. That means, what man across the sea gonna tell us? So it's not another man's mouth across the sea. It's not in any man that is in front of us. It's not in the heavens. It's right here. And it's not baffling. In the beginning, in verse 7, the Most High says, I, your Creator, will conflict all those curses upon the enemies and foes who persecute you. So should we be asking our persecutors for understanding? Or should we be get understanding of the Most High so that he can put it upon them? Because what I'm putting out today, that it says the persecution of the saints, his holy ones, the Most High is using these people to oppress us to come back unto him. So if we go unto them instead of unto him, then that's the cart before the horse. Verse 14, no, the thing is very close to you, in your mouth and in your heart, to observe it. Verse 15, see, I set before you this day life and prosperity, death and adversity. For I command you this day to love, not what they tell you in the New Testament. Hang all this on the two. Love thy neighbor and love that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down, Pablo. Slow down. See, the New Testament tells you that you can forget the 10 commandments, hang all of those commandments on two, and love the Most High and love thy neighbor. But here it says, for I command this day to love the Most High, your Creator, and to walk in his ways and keep his commandments, his laws, and his rules, that you may thrive and increase, and that the Most High, your Creator, Shaddai, may Baraka bless you in the land that you are about to enter and possess. Do you see the confusion? Do you see the sleight of hand? Do you see the magic? Do you see the spell? They tell you hang all of the 10 commandments which the Most High has given us to live, to prosper, and to have understanding of this life, to put this on as your glasses. 5 commandments, 5 commandments. This is how you're supposed to see 2020. You're supposed to see the world through his laws, not through the world. He said, those people that's beating you, I know they beating you. I sent them. I did. Let's go to Exodus 1. We're going to stay in the Torah. We're going to stay in the 5 books for a second because we want to get some understanding, right? Not their misunderstanding, or as my girl Lauren Hero say, their miseducation. Let's go to Exodus chapter 1, verse 13 to 14. It says, the Egyptians ruthlessly imposed upon the Israelites the vicious labors that they made them perform. Ruthlessly, they made life bitter for them with harsh labor and mortar and bricks and with all sorts of tasks in the field. Does that not sound like your present day life? With the task of this world, the brick and mortar of the lease on your building, the brick and mortar of building and construction and not making the ends you're supposed to because they got you at a minimum wage, labor wages, to where people have to form unions to even get. They don't see no righteousness. You got to form a union to get equal and fair wages. Verse 15, the king of Egypt spoke to the Hebrew midwives, one of whom was named Shapharah, and the other Puah, saying, when you deliver the Hebrew women, look at their birth stool. If it is a boy, kill him. If it is a girl, let her live. The midwives, fearing Shaddai, did not do as the king of Egypt had told them, and let the boys live. So the king of Egypt summoned the midwives and said to them, why have you done this thing, letting the boys live? The midwives said to the Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian women. They are vigorous. They are vigorous. Meaning about it. They unruly like. Before the midwife can come to them, they give birth. They have given birth. And the Most High dealt with the midwives, and the people multiplied and increased greatly. And because of the midwives feared the Most High, he established households for them. Then Pharaoh charged all his people, saying, every boy that is born you shall throw into the Nile, but let every girl live. So the midwives that would not do as the Pharaoh stated, the Most High gave them houses. Pharaoh didn't. Pharaoh realized that he couldn't control them, that they had a power that was beyond the Pharaoh, that petitioning to him wasn't helping. So the best thing that they could do was continue to not kill children and follow their creator. It's funny, we hear these stories of how oppressors from different eras dealt with children. I mean, when we fast forwarded all the way up to the 14, 15, 1600s, you got the Spaniards and you got the French and you got the British, and they're feeding our babies to alligators. And in some, back in Portugal and in Spain, when they were really persecuting the saints, they were smashing the babies' heads against walls. So when I tell you that Egypt just means, or is just a example, a template of the horrors of the governments that are against the saints, and they play out all the way into present day, ain't a lot changed. Let's go to Exodus chapter 3. We're going to verse 9. And it reads, "Now the cry of the Israelites had reached me. Moreover, I have seen how the Egyptians oppressed them. Come, therefore, I will send you to Pharaoh, and you shall free my people, the Israelites, from Egypt." But Moses said to the Most High Shaddai, "Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and free the Israelites from Egypt?" And he said, "I will be with you. That shall be your sign." It says, "I will be with you. That shall be your sign that it was I who sent you." So all of us that are putting up our prayers and we are thinking we not seeing the Most High, we acting like, the Most High ain't here. Like we got to have something physical for the Most High to give us. Like we need these magicians. When it came to Moshe, now understand the Most High is telling Moses to go back to the land where he fled for killing an Egyptian soldier for mistreating a Hebrew slave. Now Moses was gone 40 years. Where was Moses in 40 years? Where was the Most High plucking Moses from to come back to Egypt? Moses had been the king of the Cushites, the Ethiopians. Yeah. Put that in your peace pipe. So after Moshe, look in the book of Yasher, after Moshe had become the king of the Cushites and raised them up and made them great. And that's why when you hear in scripture, the Most High say, "Did not love the Egyptians," because he gave Moshe unto the Ethiopians, because he gave Moses to the Ethiopians, and Moses looked similar to the Ethiopians. Same hue. Not phenotype, but same hue. So then he dipped back by the request of the Most High. And he's now going to free an entire people from a land. And he's asking the Most High for something tangible. How I'm going to know you with me? Because the Most High is talking to him in his head. The Most High is not standing before him. This is a conversation Moshe is having with the Most High in his meditation alone, nobody around. This is not something where the Moshe is at the mountain and the Most High is over the cloud. This is not that moment. This is before he gets to the moment of seeing the Most High in the clouds. When you on your everyday battle, when you on your everyday walk, your everyday journey, the Most High is with you. Just as he gave Moshe signs, he gives you signs. Are you paying attention? Are you talking to him? Is that part of your two-man game? Are you just out here living your Michael Jordan dreams? And it's all about you. As long as they give you the ball, we gonna win. That's how you win. Is that how you rolling? So we understand in this Exodus 3:9 to 11, Moses says, "But Moses said to the Most High, Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and free the Israelites from Egypt?" And he said, "I will be with you. That shall be your sign that it was I who sent you." And when you have freed the people from Egypt, you shall worship the Most High at this mountain. Nobody around. Moshe is the king of Cush. The Most High is telling him to leave his kingdom. Don't bring his soldiers. Don't bring war to Egypt, but go and talk to my people. Get Aaron and Miriam, and we're going to show the world something. Let's go to Judges 10. Judges chapter 10, verse 6. The Israelites again did what was offensive to the Most High. They served the Balaam and the Asherah and the gods of Aram and the gods of Sidon, the gods of Moab, the gods of the Ammonites, and the gods of the Philistines. They forsook the Most High and did not serve him. What are we talking about? We in these lands present day, and we're in Judeo-Christian nation, right? So what are we talking about? Is it not the same thing? Is it not the same thing? Oh, did I start away with how many gods was this boys talking about? All the Israelites. They was worshiping. Let's go again. And the Israelites again did what was offensive to Shaddai. They served Balaam and the Asherah. That's two gods right there, Baal and Asherah. Baal is what you know as Lord. Every time they got Lord in your New Testament, that is Baal. Asherah, you know the Asherah poles, right, that they worship. You know about the totem poles that they worship, right? And the gods of Aram, and the gods of Sidon, and the gods of Moab, and the gods of the Ammonites, and the gods of the Philistines. Yahweh, yeah. They forsook the Most High and did not serve him. And the Most High, incensed with Yasharallah, surrendered them to the Philistines and to the Ammonites. That year, they battered and scattered the Israelites for 18 years, all the Israelites beyond the Jordan in what had been the land of the Ammonites in Gilead. The Ammonites also crossed the Jordan to make war on Judah, Benjamin, and the house of Ephraim. Israel was in great distress. Man. The Most High says, I put you in distress when you following these other gods and what you doing right now. How can you tell me this ain't the same? How can you, with your common sense as a human being, understand that Christianity told you that this person that walked the earth was the Most High? Come on. No man, Most High did not come in the flesh of man. Following and making a man a god is something that the Greeks and the Romans and the Egyptians did on a constant basis. Pharaohs were gods. Caesars were gods. The Egyptians taught the Greeks and the Romans, so they followed in it. Not only did you have that, you had the Philistines, you had the Moabites, you had the Ammonites, you had the Sidon, Sodom and Gomorrah. You had all of those, and all their false gods, the Philistines. You had all of these fish gods, which is the same thing that the Pope wears today in the hat. The same thing that the Hindus worship. Hindus stand with Vishnu. It's a fish, half fish, half man. This is facts. These are facts. So when you wonder why you're under the pain, you wonder why you're under the persecution, this is why. to come back to his law, to his commandments. Now, for us that are following and going through it, then you understand that the Hashatan role players, the adversaries, the governments of our nation is not wanting that to happen. So they're trying to keep their grip upon us. And the orange guy and these local guys are trying to come together to continue to pressure, not Christians, but the real saints. Let's go to Psalms 119. Psalms 119, verse 84. It says, you do away with the wicked as if they were dross. Rightly do I love your decrees. My flesh creeps from fear of you. I am in awe of your rulings. So we have a psalm from, we know 119 is one of the more famous ones, and it's the ones that have our Hebrew alphabet throughout it. So, and it starts from the Aleph, and if you follow it, or if your Bible you have, it should let you know when it switches over to the next alphabet. So in this one, we are in 119 verse 84. We are I'm not sure what this one is. It's not the shin. It's right before the limit. Right before the limit. And so I'm going to read what it means in 81, right? So it says, and I read 84, so we're going to verse 81, and we're going to read to 88, because that encapsulates the meaning of this particular letter in the alphabet. It says, I long for your deliverance. I hope for your word. My eyes pine away for your promise. I say, when will you comfort me? Though I have become like a water skin dried up in smoke. I have not neglected your laws. How long has your servant to live? When will you bring my persecutors to judgment? The insolent have dug pits for me, floating your teachings up. How powerful is this? It's directly going to our title of our lesson, Persecution of the Saints, his holy ones. This is his holy one speaking inside of Psalms 81 to 88. And he's speaking about the Most High allowing these people to persecute us. And that these people are insolent, meaning they're dumb, that they are just against the Most High. And they have dug pits for us, floating your teachings. So they're trying to use the words of the Most High in their twisted doctrine to hurt us, to defeat us, to call us liars, to say that we're crazy, to say that we don't know what we're talking about, to say that we are the ones that are blaspheming. Verse 85, the insolent have dug pits for me, floating your teachings. All of your commandments are enduring. I am persecuted without cause. Help me. Though they almost wiped me off the earth, I did not abandon your precepts or praises. As befits your steadfast love, preserve me so that I may keep your decrees you proclaim. Not Moshe, not the Hebrews, not the prophets that wrote it, but them just being the vessels of the Most High's word. I give all praises unto the Most High. The persecution of his saints have been since they wrote Psalms. The way they have done it has been since they wrote Psalms, that they float his teachings and act as though they are saying the same thing as the Most High, but are not. And in the same breath are persecuting his children for following the Most High and not them. As long as we do as them, as long as we follow and be as savage as them and take their interpretation of our Creator, it's okay. If we believe that they people came down, that their people was the Most High Himself that came down in man's flesh, and man, and they got a lot of Hebrews that believe that, man, and I just don't understand after they've been reading how they can do that. I don't understand, as the Most High has never said He would do that, as monumental as that would be. Never said He would do that. And then the way they take the 3 days of being rose from the dead, the Most High would have said so. In fact, when the Most High told Daniel to shut the book and that we were not to get anything until the end times, then what was written in between? If the Most High told Daniel to shut the book up and do not reveal anything else till the end times, when knowledge is going to go to and fro. So what did they write after Daniel? If the Most High said shut the book up, it's obviously not the words of the Most High. And if the Most High didn't say in the book before He shut it that, hey, I'm going to come down there in my flesh and I'm gonna let them kill me. Them, the Gentiles, I'm gonna let them kill me. And then I'm gonna rise 3 days later. Because I'm really, my whole goal is for y'all to come back into the law and the commandments. But I'm gonna let them, the Gentiles, kill me to show y'all that y'all need to come back unto me with the 10 commandments. And I'm gonna let y'all be the one that double cross me and serve me up to the Gentiles. So y'all all can see that you need to come back to my law. So as complicated as that is, He didn't write that before He told Daniel to shut the book up. Since Psalms, they have been taking His word, His laws and commandments, and twisting it to destroy us, to keep us confused, to keep us from our Creator, to ask them for answers, to ask them for understanding when they know what they do. Let's go to Isaiah 53. They like to use Isaiah 53 for their doctrine. It's a big chapter for them. They like to say that's where you can find that the Most High said that He was coming, or that somebody would be sent, or something like that. But He don't say the Most High in here at all. The Shaddai never said He's coming, but they use it. But anyway, in Isaiah 53, verse 8. You know what? Just so I can prove out my point, I'm just supposed to read only verse 8, but the Most High is saying, go ahead. So I'm going to read the beginning of 53 to show you that it's never the Most High saying He was coming. It says, who can believe what we have heard? Upon whom has the arm of the Most High been revealed? So it's not saying that the Most High came. It's saying His arm was revealed through someone. Just as His arm was revealed through Moses. Just as His arm was revealed through Ezekiel, through Jeremiah. So then it says, for He has grown by His favor like a tree crown, like a tree trunk out of arid ground. He had no form or beauty that we should look at Him, no charm that we should find Him pleasing. He was despised, shunned by men, a man of suffering, familiar with disease, as one who hid His face from us. He was despised. We held Him with no account. Yet it is our sickness that He was bearing, our suffering that He endured. We accounted Him plagued, smitten and afflicted by the Most High. but not the Most High. This person that they are talking about, this verse in Isaiah 53, is they're trying to prove that Jesus existed, that Isaiah prophesied that Jesus would come. And it sounds very good. It's very close to the story. He was beaten. He was crucified. His blood is what saves us. But if you pay attention to detail, what it says is that this person will be smitten and afflicted by the Most High, so therefore he couldn't be the Most High. Or are you saying that the Most High afflicted himself so that he could teach us a lesson to come back to him? So it says, smitten and afflicted by the Most High, but he was wounded because of our sins, crushed because of our iniquities. He bore the chastisement that made us whole, and by his bruises we are healed. So by the bruises we are healed. We are supposed to believe in all of the lies that they have attached to this image as being God. But now it's a man, and now this man died for our sins. But no, it was God that died for our, bruh. So when I say the persecution of the saints, and when it's written in Psalms 119, verses 81 through 88, that they use our doctrine, his commandments, and his laws, they float them to try and destroy us and to lie unto us. So what I got it for, what I pulled this for, was verse 8. And it says, by oppressive judgment, he was taken away. Who could describe his abode? For he was cut off from the land of the living, though the sin of my people who deserved the punishment. He was cut off from the land of the living through the sin of my people who deserved the punishment. So Isaiah is saying that the government is what killed this guy, but really it's his people that should have been killed. And then he's saying that you don't know where this person came from because he was cut off from the land of the living. We don't know where we come from because we cut off from the land of the living, which could be paraphrased as the land that the Most High gave us. Or not, however you want to see it. But for this particular instance, and persecution being the government, which is the point of this lesson, and that the Most High is using that government to bring us back unto his law. Because you're supposed to look at this government and say that everything it represents is the opposite of the Most High. So that's why we're going to the Most High. You're supposed to look at the laws that have been put in place for us as a people, specifically for us. You have to understand that the laws of North America, the oppressive laws of North America since its inception, was to control us, whether it be the Aboriginal or the transatlantic slave that came from Outa, known as Judah, that was taken over by the African tribe, the Dome tribe, and sold to the French. Yeah, that's that actual history, because the French actually wrote it in the book, their colonization of Louisiana, and they expressed that they got their slave that they brought to New Orleans, specifically from Outa, from the Dome. Then they made the movie, The Woman King, which showed that they did that. So we got all of this evidence and these facts, and we're still wondering why we are being persecuted. We are persecuted because we are still believing in these people. We are still going through it. I see Diana's in the building, still going through it because we're believing in their doctrines. We are still going through it because we think that we have to petition them for our rights. We have to petition them when it's the Most High we're supposed to be petitioning, and then our people amongst us that we're supposed to be petitioning. We're supposed to be getting understanding amongst us. We're supposed to be imploring the understanding of the Most High's laws and commandments, and for us to come back and act accordingly so that the Most High can do so. When he brought Moses to Egypt to rescue them out, is because they had been crying out to the Most High collectively. They had stopped calling out to the gods of the pharaohs and had come back and started crying out unto the Most High. And the Most High provided a way. Used Moses or Moshe as that way. Let's go to Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. One second, guys. Oh, no wonder I couldn't find. I'm like, wait, that is not right. I'm getting this whole story. I was in Esther instead of Daniel. My bad, guys. I was like, that does not make sense. All right, so verse 25 of Daniel chapter 7. And it reads, I'm going to start from 24. And then 10 horns from the kingdom, 10 kings will arise. And after them will arise, another will arise. So 10 kings will arise, and 10 horns, meaning 10 kingdoms, and then 10 kings will arise. And after them, another will arise. He will be different from the former ones, and will bring low 3 kings. He will speak words against the Most High, and will harass the holy ones of the Most High. So obviously, there were no Christians in the time of Daniel. So when it says the holy ones, we are speaking of the saints, and we are directly talking about the original children of the Most High. And it says, he will think of changing times and laws, and they will be delivered into his power for a time and times and time and a half. Now, an important part of this is that when it says that he will harass the holy ones, and he will think of changing times and laws, the person that have changed times and laws, I see my son is in the building. It's a little choppy. Oh, damn. And that's the new phone. That's choppy. That's cold-blooded. And my face looked real red on it, too. It looked like the color's not right. But so not only is he saying the holy ones are going to be persecuted, but the one that changed time starting from and really before Julius Caesar, you had Julius Caesar, then you had Pope Gregory, then you had so many that changed the calendars that were of the Christian faith, right? So when the Christians who are the Gentiles are the ones that are saying they're going to be persecuted in end times, but here the Most High is expressing in Daniel that it will be those people that did that, whatever you want to call them, because there was no Christians at the time of Daniel. So he's saying that whomever's going to do the changing of the times and the changing of the laws, that's your cue. Hey, here's the guys that's going to be the ones that's going to persecute my children. So they give you a trick bag when they give you the new doctrine, and it says, oh, everyone that believes in Jesus, God, those are the ones that are going to be persecuted. No, clearly the Most High says of his children, the ones that are following his law and his covenant. And the people that's going to do that are going to be the ones that change the times. Now, we live in a government that says they are Christians, and their Christianity and their government is one and the same. One in the same. The confusion is only if you allow yourself to be confused. If you read for yourself, it is clear who has done what in time and who's being persecuted and who's not. The Most High said there would not be another kingdom of his people until he comes back, because David would be our king. Not that he would erect another group of people that would have a pope and would be his representative. But the pope doesn't say he's the representative of God, of the Most High Shaddai. He's the representative of Jesus, the man that came. But then they say that he was God, but then they say it's a trinity. You are being oppressed and will be oppressed by the government. Whether you are following the Most High or not, this is what they do to his children, because they know who you are. They know what happens if they take their foot off your neck. They understand if they release these laws that they have used since 1776 to oppress you, that they got no wins. It's not even a matter of a forceful takeover. It's nothing like that. We outnumber in birth rate. We outnumber in talent. We outnumber in sheer desire to follow the Most High. Whether we're in someone else's church under wrong doctrine, calling upon the wrong name or not, we are second to none in this world when it comes to giving praise and worship. As disjointed of a people we are, so has our praise and prayers been. Let's go to Jeremiah 17. Verse 18. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 18. And it reads, let my persecutors be shamed, and let not me be ashamed. Let them be dismayed, and let not me be dismayed. Bring on them the day of disaster, and shatter them with double destruction. Thus says the Most High Shaddai to me, go and stand in the people's gate, by which the king of Yehuda enter, and by which they go forth, and in all the gates of Jerusalem, and say to them, hear the words of the Most High, O King of Yehuda, and all Yehuda, and all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, or Yasharallah, who enter by these gates. Verse 21, thus says Shaddai, guard yourself for your own sake against carrying burdens on the Sabbath day, and bringing them through the gates of Jerusalem. Nor shall you carry out burdens from your own houses on the Sabbath day, or do any work, but you shall hallow the Sabbath day as I commanded your fathers. But they would not listen or turn their ear. They stiffened their necks and would not pay heed or accept discipline. Understand what the Most High has decreed and asked. Remember, it started off with Jeremiah saying, do not let my persecutors shame me. Don't let the people that don't believe in you, because my persecutors are only persecuting me because I believe in you, the Most High. I am only looked at and shunned at and laughed at because I follow you, the Most High. So Jeremiah in the beginning says, let them be dismayed. Let my persecutors be shamed. Let me not be shamed. And then we land with him, the Most High, instructing him, you won't be shamed. Go and speak to all the gates of Jerusalem. Hint some on Instagram, hint some on Facebook, hint some on YouTube. To all the gates where Yasharallah entered, and proclaim to them, take your discipline, follow back unto the Most High. Hallow, make holy your Sabbath. Do not stiffen your neck. Do not do labor. Do not spend money in this world. Be at rest. Be at joy with your family. Love your loved ones. Get to know them. Talk to them about their week. Love what the Most High has given you directly in your bosom, not the world. Let's go to our last, not our last one, Leviticus 26. Leviticus chapter 26, verse 32 and 33. Leviticus chapter 26, verse 32 to 33. And it reads, I will make the land desolate, so that your enemies who settle in it shall be appalled by it. And you I will scatter among the nations, and I will unsheath the sword against you. Your land shall become a desolation, and your cities a ruin. Now we know that that was what Jerusalem was until 1948. We know until the Balfour Act and the people that have been placed there, that was the facts. But it has now been developed. It's now gone to war. It is now a call for people thinking that they are going back to the Torah by supporting these people. And here, the Most High says it should be a ruin. And in verse 34, it says, then shall the land make up for its Sabbath years throughout the time that it is desolate, and you are in the land of your enemies. Then shall the land rest and make up for its Sabbath years. Sabbath years meaning that every 7 years, the land was supposed to be at rest, but we as Hebrews didn't do so. So part of us getting kicked out was because we did not follow the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments on how to work with the land, how to get the greatest yield, and how to be satisfied. Discipline. We got into industry. We have acted as though, well, no, we've been taught. We've been institutionalized, indoctrinated into believing only the strong survive, in the sense that it turns into you must work until your bones. You must die trying to get the dollar. When the Most High said, I will punish you for not resting. Do you see the opposite of what the world is and the Most High? I try to show you guys these true conflicts so that you can kind of break the spell of the indoctrination. The Most High is saying, let's go to Hosea 9:3. Let's go to Hosea. We as a people do not need to petition them. We are going to be constantly oppressed by them. We need to petition ourselves to understand the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. We need to have these constant conversations with each other so that we are teaching each other, so that we are not committing the same mistakes. Hosea chapter 9, verse 3. And it reads, they shall not be able to remain in the land of the Most High, but Ephraim shall return to Egypt. He shall eat unclean food in Assyria. It shall be for them like the food of mourners, all who partake of which are defiled. They will offer no libations of wine to the Most High, and no sacrifices of theirs will be pleasing to him. But their food will be only for their hunger. It shall not come unto the house of the Most High, what will you do about feast days, about the festivals of the Most High? Behold, they have gone from destruction. With silver they treasure. Egypt shall hold them fast. Moab shall receive them in burial. Weeds are their heirs. Prickly scrubs occupy their homes. The day of punishment have come for your heavy guilt. The day of requital have come. Let Yasharallah know it. As we are on Wednesday, the 1st of October, we're about to embark upon our Feast of Atonement, which is Brother Yuan's favorite. It is 24 hours that we are to afflict ourselves. And how we're afflicting ourselves? By actually dealing with your actions in your mouth. That you are supposed to spend 24 hours thinking about what you have done wrong to others, to yourself. Even think about what you think of others that have done wrong to you, and ask the Most High, what did you do wrong in that scenario? It's not if you won the argument, was I righteous in the argument? On a day of atonement, you're asking the Most High to forgive you for even victories that are unrighteous. We are trying to get back to a righteous people and a righteous nation so that we receive the blessings of the Most High. That we receive his glory and his love, not the world's glory, not the world's love, not the world's money, but the wealth of the Most High. The world has fleeting money. The Most High has wealth, generational wealth. We are so caught up in this world that we don't even understand what wealth is compared to having money to go and buy whatever you want right now. That's not what wealth is. Wealth is generational, to where you have land that's worth $500,000 that continues to go. You can borrow off of it to make sure that your children get the proper education, that food is never an issue. That's wealth. That the roof over the head of your children is never a question. That's wealth. Money is, I got a penthouse and a pool. In this, the Most High is saying, rejoice unto him. And that our tribes, as much as we want to be upset with our present day scenario, we have to accept that we are doing the things that put us in this scenario, that we, in a very evil, very sadistic manner, are eating our own tail. We are continually doing the thing that keeps us in turmoil, in problems, in oppression, by trying to be with our oppressor, by trying to convince our oppressor that we are worthy. We should be trying to convince our Creator that we are worthy. We should be doing the things that our Creator has asked of us to be worthy. Here, when it speaks about being taken into captivity, it talks about the food. And that the food is not even something that can be brought into the Most High's house as something that's unblemished. Remember, the Most High only accepted animals and sacrifice that were unblemished. Most High is saying that you won't even find an animal that is unblemished to be able to sacrifice. That you're going to eat such unclean things that it may fill you, but it will not build you. Let's go to Zechariah, our last one for the night. Zechariah chapter 12. Zechariah chapter 12, verses 2 through 3. You know what? I'm just going to read verse 1 all the way through to 3. A pronouncement, the word of the Most High concerning Yasharallah. The utterance of the Most High, who stretched out the skies and made firm the earth and created man's breath within him. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a bowl of reeling for the peoples all around. Yehudah shall be caught up in the siege upon Jerusalem, when all the nations of the earth gather against her in that day. Do we take that lightly? Do we think about that sentence? All the nations of the world are going to siege upon Judah that day. I will make Jerusalem a stone for all the people to lift. So as these people came in 1948 trying to lift this stone, get it? The Most High says, I'm going to make it very hard for them. I'm going to make reeling all around them. Constant battles, constant arguments and unrest. He says, in that day, declares the Most High, I will strike every horse with panic and its rider with madness. But I will watch over the house of Yehudah, not Jerusalem. I want y'all to understand the words that are written and what is meant. Jerusalem's going to be in turmoil, but the house of Judah, which will be the people, the house of Yehudah, while I strike every horse of the peoples with blindness, he says, but I will watch over the house of Yehudah while I strike every horse of the peoples with blindness. And the clans of Yehudah will say to themselves, the dwellers of Jerusalem are a task set for us by their creator, the Most High of hosts. In that day, I will make the clans of Yehudah like a flaming brazier, like bronze on fire, among sticks, and like a flaming torch among the sheaves. They shall devour all the besieging people right and left, and Jerusalem shall continue on its site in Jerusalem. And I want you to understand that that is a prophecy from Zechariah, saying that the land is going to stand. The fight is going to happen. And it's called Armageddon. It's called Gog and Magog, where the Most High says, I'm going to destroy all these nations that have destroyed my people. When the day that the northern tribes were taken, and the day that Jerusalem, the southern tribes of Yehudah was taken, and Esau with Rome and the Greeks and the Persians and Chaldeans, that all came together and cast lots and put us in slavery across the four corners of the earth. Those are the people that are still in rule, and they're the ones that's about to fight against themselves over control. Those nations. And as they implode, we will be here at Jeremiah 30, Jacob's troubles, watching it crumble, because they refuse to be disciplined and listening to the Most High. Now you, your friends or your foes, either one, you guys can follow the world. And the Most High, as it destroys it, and those that are following it can fall to that fate. Here, my house, As Joshua says, we're going to follow the Most High. We're going to pay attention to his signs, and we're going to be humble and meek, stay out the way, and endure to the end. All praises. Me shalom. We'll see you guys on Monday for What is a Hebrew. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe. You know how it go. All praises. Me shalom.